Wow, getting ready for the morning briefing, and man, look at this surge up to the houses here in Surfside. It is incredible. There is water everywhere. I think we're okay here, but it's getting awfully close, and that ocean is nasty out there. Really, really mean. I've got a little break in the weather here, so I'm going to try to get the morning briefing in. Good morning, everybody. Let's try to make this happen. Good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California, here in the good old USA. It is an incredible morning. As you saw when I started to walk down here, I'm surrounded by water, heavy surf, tractors moving in behind me, trying to clear some of this out. It is incredible. What is going on here is another storm batters Southern California here this Tuesday morning. A little bit of rain falling on me right now, but we've got a little break after some pretty heavy stuff last night, and I surmise, just looking around, that we're going to get even more of it as we go along. As you can see, the tractors are working here, and the water's edge is moving toward the houses here in Surfside, California. You can see the fury of Mother Nature back there behind us. Not much got accomplished yesterday, but we've got a lot to talk about in the past and what might happen in the future, because this 2024 season is looking absolutely incredible. Long range Mexico here in the local area with our big halibut that continue to bite. Well, obviously not today, not yesterday, but as we look ahead, the weather's going to really get nice and so much more. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Hey, it is great to be with you. Oh my God, the breeze is just starting to pick up. It really hasn't started to kick into gear yet, but hang on. It's going to get very windy a little bit later this afternoon. And then we're going to start to move into some warmer days and some much nicer weather. If you don't mind, hit that like button. We deeply appreciate it when you do that. Share these videos with a friend. Tick the bell, you'll be notified when there is new content, and subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Also, if you don't mind following us on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, we are there for you. Also, more tractors starting to head this way. Really incredible surf, huge surf out there as it continues to batter the SoCal coast, and a lot of heavy rain, as you can see, moving this way. All right, let's talk Mexico. Cabo, we still have that good marlin bite going on down there. We see continued good marlin fishing when the wind doesn't get in the picture. Striped marlin, yellowfin tuna further offshore. It's been a little breezy off and on, so that can curtail some very good fishing. We take a look in the Loreto area, and they've had continued good yellowtail action. Mulahay, a similar kind of bite, good yellow action going on in Mulahay also, so some good yellowtail action in that neck of the woods. Down 140 miles in the San Quintin area, Fatima Herrera is down there. She said the yellowtail bite didn't manifest itself. They had some different conditions that she thought may have thrown it off. She did catch this nice black sea bass, however. Black sea bass are legal in Mexico, and that is the perfect size for some really good fish tacos. They are really great to eat. Not legal here in the United States, perfectly legal down in Mexico Lindo. Nice going, Fatima. That's a nice catch indeed. And then the Ensenada area, we continue to see really, really excellent signs of life. We see a few yellows being taken there. We see some calico bass being taken, plenty of rockfish down there in that area. And of course, we also have been privy to an occasional halibut, and those big bonita continue to bite. Now, let me just overall tell you what our yellowtail situation has been. We have seen yellows down there in San Quintin, 140 miles below the border. The San Diego-based boats are now starting their Colonette trips. Punta Colonette Point, is located 120 miles down below the border. Boats got good chunks of yellows down there. Some guys got them, some guys didn't, but there's yellows there also. And as we mentioned, Ensenadas had yellowtails. And then our friend from SD Fish and Sips, Mike, he was up there on La Jolla on a kayak, and he cranked out a couple of big fish. But it's more what Mike said. And by the way, we are going to get Mike on a podcast, man. What a channel he has. SD Fish and Sips. Fabulous channel. Works hard at it. Tremendous work. Mike, I'm really looking forward to meeting you. But anyway, it wasn't only the 2 big yellows he caught there, it was the show he had. It was a tremendous show on the big great forkies. That is great stuff. And hopefully, as we paint this picture of yellowtail, more of that stuff will push up. And maybe we'll even have them on the horseshoe kelp here one of these days. Really incredible stuff going on with regard to yellowtail. The early signal 24 is much better than it has been. Now, as we look at San Diego before the rain really starts pouring down on my head, there's been great local bass fishing down there. We should get back to that here around Thursday-ish, maybe even tomorrow. We'll see. The wind may hang out for a little bit longer, but we'll see if we can't get back to it. The local bass fight's been great. Mission Bell, the Premier, the Dolphin, those guys, you know, it's not uncommon for them to have 80 sand bass, some calicos kicked in with it, occasional halibut, some sculpin, great eating fish, and fabulous wintertime fishing. No question about it. Those guys are mostly fishing fin bait, but Scott Bucher, galley cook on the Mission Bell, said, hey, we've caught them on the plastics, we've caught them using some frozen squid. It's been pretty darn good fishing, like, you know, 4 fish per rod on the last trip on the Mission Bell. So you can't go wrong with that kind of a bite. And we have similar kind of fishing up here in the LA Orange County area and up in the Channel Islands. Of course, the Monte Carlo the other day with Captain Walt and their great crew on board there, Stephen, and of course, Brian Burrell. Man, they are having some great wintertime bass fishing. They had over 50 mixed bass just the other day. Really great fishing and sculpin and that kind of stuff to go along with it. So really nice wintertime bass bite. Now, we are also watching the situation with regard to halibut because it has been an incredible start to 24 on the flatfish. We've seen halibut down around Dana Wharf. We've seen them down in San Diego. Up there on the Aloha Spirit, we've seen a lot of flatties up there. Out of Cisco's in Oxnard, they've had great fishing. The Native Sun, however, are putting on this great halibut derby out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. And so far, they have over 100 legal halibut taken. That is tremendous, mind-boggling numbers, if you ask me. Looks like another great season for flatties, and we'll talk about white sea bass in one moment, but it is all looking really, really good. So great numbers. They have 18 fish over 20. They have 2 over 30, including that young man Colton, 14 years old, first trip out in 6 years, and he cranks that nice big fish. Tim Marquez from A Best Income Tax was on that trip, and he was so excited to be there. He's learning the fine art of halibut fishing, and when he attacks a problem, Tim Marquez, he goes all in, so he's really working hard. He was on board with us last night on Tackle Shop Confessions. That is a show you definitely want to watch. Go back and watch last night's show. Of course, Sam and I always have a great time, and we appreciate the super chats, all of you who contributed to our Wing Fest last night. We went out and had some chicken wings, all thanks to your generosity. We deeply appreciate that. So some good halibut fishing going on here in the local area. We should be able to get back to that maybe tomorrow. I'm hoping tomorrow. The Native Sun runs their trips Wednesday through Sunday. We'll see how that all goes. Looks like not much wind once it all finally settles down. So hopefully that's going to be very, very soon. Now, up in the Channel Islands, Ventura Harbor sport fishing, they've got the California, they've got the Island Spirit, and they've got the Endeavor. You can get more information on those guys by calling 805-676-3474. Make sure you do that today. Long Range, the Royal Polaris has been launching skiffs, fishing the reefs way down the Baja Coast on a 22-day trip, but they've had a difficult time getting that yellowfin tuna to get back on the bite. They had a 160-pound fish the other day. Not bad, beautiful grade fish, but just not enough of the big fish. They had a lot of fun with all that reef fish, but they're in search of and about a day away from their next stop, I think. They may even be there today. We'll figure that out for you later on today, but definitely Royal Polaris in search of, looking for more of those bigger grade yellowfin tuna and wahoo. They've caught a lot of interesting reef fish, and that always adds some spice to a great trip on board the RP. Continue to watch that. If you need help with your taxes, Tim Marquez is your man. Give Tim a call today and relieve all the pressure and the burden of tax season. Let Tim handle it all for you. A Best Income Tax, Tim Marquez will handle it for you very, very well. You know, this has been one of the best bar perch years I've seen in a long time. Surf fishing, just fishing here from the beaches, from down below the border. Man, they've been catching some big slabs down there around San Quintin and areas like Punta Colonet and up around Rosarito and Ensenada. I like going a little further south. I was talking to Poncho, El Pescador, at the Bard Hall show in San Diego. Poncho, buenos dias, hermano. Espero verte muy pronto. I hope to see you really, really soon. And man, I got to team up with that guy because he is such a great fisherman from the surf. Just about anything your little heart desires, he can make happen. And I'm going to do that. And we're going to, when I look at the weather and the tides and everything, organize a surf fishing day and invite you all to come down and have some fun with us here in Surfside, California. I mentioned that to Sam De La Torre. Sunday would be great. And Sam said, yeah, I'm all in. Let's do that. March the 17th is St. Patrick's Day, and we will be at 22nd Street Landing from 9 in the morning till 1 in the afternoon, saying thank you to you. And the El Patron is going to be running free harbor cruises that day. You get a look at the boat, you can talk to the captain, go for a harbor cruise, take the kids and the wife out, and have some fun. Really, really great stuff. Put that on your calendar. St. Patrick's Day down there at 22nd Street Landing. We will be there for you. If you have heating and air conditioning needs, there's no one better than John Lopez and Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. John is a great family man and does a great job. For your heating and air conditioning needs, that is John Lopez. He's the man you want to take. In the surf also, there's been some really good halibut fishing at times. There's been some yellowfin croaker. And I've seen a lot more corbina here in this wintertime than normal. So there's been some good fishing with regard to that also. Seeing those beans and also those halibut. You can throw those Lucky Craft lures for the halibut, but I catch them all the time. The halibut, that is, on a small chrome jig. You know, Promar makes a lot of that kind of stuff. And also you can get little Castmasters, or you can fish, of course, a crocodile. All those seem to work really well. And you can also catch with those yellowfin croaker full speed, and other species will bite it at times also. Big fish, bait, and tackle right here on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. A stone's throw from where I am standing right now. You can get all your bait down there. You can get all that tackle you're going to need. And of course, they are starting their big competition, a monthly competition. The first month is going to be barred perch, and they're going to give away a gorgeous custom rod at Big Fish Bait and Tackle right here in the beautiful city of Seal Beach. And you know, sometimes bait is exactly what you need to get a bite, especially in the wintertime. Sometimes surf fish are a little reluctant to bite the artificials. Not all the time, and I know a lot of you guys just cream the perch with the small grubs like honey badger baits, but sometimes you need some bait, and they've got everything you need right down the street there. So keep that in mind. That will really help you to get the job done. Big Fish Bait and Tackle. Lobster Hoop Netting Report. Well, obviously, you don't want to be anywhere near that nonsense out there. That's way too nasty, way too rough to be doing that. But I'm telling you, those little devils, those langostas, those lobster, those bugs love to crawl after conditions like this. You have some rough seas, you have some hazardous seas, and then when it all calms down, look out. Those babies are going to be on the crawl. And it's been good this year on your PromarAhi.com Lobster Hoop Netting Report. Last two trips on the Triton out of LA Harbor, they've had limits. We've seen many of the smaller guys, 6-packs, with limits of lobster, which is 7 lobster per hoop netter. So really great stuff going on there. I can't believe I didn't get rained on. I mean, it's been a steady rain for several hours. And then it comes time for the morning briefing, and the heavens give us a break. Wow, we must be doing something right, because it's pouring down there in Long Beach right now. Hey, Tackle Shop Confessions last night, great show. Also, Paulina from Ensenada. Paulina and I did a couple of shows. There's a great tournament down in Baja, California that you're going to want to check out. And of course, we'll be monitoring all the fishing and situations weather-wise and anything else that might pop up all day long again here today. As always, thank you. Thank you so much for no rain on my head. Uh-oh, starting to feel it. Better get out of here. Have a great day, and I hope to see you really, really soon.